The new 98.1 The Breeze. It's Carolyn McArdle from the Morning Breeze. So excited. Ann Wilson from Heart, one of my favorite people in the world. Recently off of the Ann Wilson thing, now doing the Ann Wilson of Heart tour Friday night. Going to be at the UC Berkeley Theater. Ann, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good now that I'm talking to you. It's so nice to hear your voice. Have you been doing interviews all day and I'm towards the end, or am I just the beginning of your day?
Yeah, with Annapolis and LA and a few other ones, but this is the one I've been looking forward to.
You're just the cutest. I just love you and your husband Dean so much.
Well, likewise, you know, and I'm so glad you're going to come.
Well, thank you for inviting me, first of all, and I just can't wait for this show. It's the Ann Wilson of Heart tour. It's Friday night at the UC Berkeley Theater. Tickets on sale, by the way, at ticketfly.com. And I know that you've been so busy, Ann. A year ago, on your downtime from Heart, you do the Ann Wilson thing, which is, you know, you solo without Nancy, doing your interpretation of songs done by other artists, kind of like covering songs from other artists with an Ann Wilson twist. The Ann Wilson thing, man, that is a good time.
Yeah, it sure is. And that's kind of what we're bringing out now. We're bringing out the Ann Wilson thing on super steroids, you know, with I'm doing about 6 or 7 Heart songs reimagined. I'm doing a few new songs that I've written over the last year or so, and then some of those cool covers. And it's really going to be good.
Now, this might be a silly question, so forgive me, but why the addition of the Heart songs into this show? Because it is your solo show, and I get it that you're in Heart, but you were so set with the Ann Wilson thing on not doing Heart songs, so why do you want to do them in this show?
There are a few of them that are more deep cuts that I think are great.
Yeah.
Like we're doing a song off of Fanatic called A Million Miles, which is a song about karma. And how far away you are from, you still have a long way to go, you know.
Yeah.
And there are a few of them I just wanted to sing to see if I could really bring the beauty out of them.
And you could sing the phone book and it would be beautiful. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I often tell people, you know, I've gotten to spend some time with you outside of interviewing you, which has been just amazing. And people say, well, what's Ann Wilson really like? And I say, it's so funny. She's so soft-spoken and so quiet. And then she gets on stage and you're like, where did that come from? It's crazy.
Yeah, well, maybe that's Gemini, you know.
You know what? I know a couple of Geminis. That actually might be true. It's Ann Wilson of Heart and the Ann Wilson thing. And she's bringing her newest tour, the Ann Wilson of Heart tour, to the UC Berkeley Theater this coming Friday night, March 10th at 8 o'clock. Tickets on sale at ticketfly.com. So, Ann, talk to me about this show.
This is the evolution. It's got the same integrity as the Ann Wilson thing, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like now it's more of a slightly bigger show, a bigger production, and it's got a different band.
One of the greatest things I think about experiencing a tour like this or going to the Ann Wilson thing is that not only do we get to see you doing covers of artists that you are so inspired by and that you respect so much, but getting to see you do these shows in smaller venues. Like when I saw you last year at Yoshi's in Oakland, it was so crazy good.
I liked it too, and that's why I just wanted to go this big, like no more than Performing Arts Center size, you know, small theater size.
How did you come upon the UC Berkeley Theater?
Well, my booking agent did, and I'd never heard of it before. And he just said, oh, it's where all the hipsters play now. You know, I'm like, well, okay. I don't really care about hipsters, but if people know that I'm going to be there, then great, you know.
This is going to be a great show because that theater, it's bigger than Yoshi's, but it's smaller than a stadium. And I think people are really going to enjoy this experience.
That's good. Yeah, we're doing a lot of work on priming the space so that the minute they walk into the house, there's already music playing that we chose specifically for the environment. And we have a video wall that Dean and I are working with our light person. We're personally programming all this video content, and so it's a total experience.
How much does Dean help you out behind the scenes as far as putting shows together? I know you guys are just so tight just as a couple.
Yeah.
When it comes to your work relationship, what's that like?
He's really helped a lot on getting this new tour together in terms of getting the organization together. We wanted to walk out of the Heart machinery altogether. We hired people who've never done this before, who have belief in us, not necessarily people who are big, experienced pros, because the idea was to get outside the box and do things a different way and make things fresh. So we have a bunch of young people working with us on photography and social media and lights, sound, and all this kind of stuff that Dean just has a feeling for. You know him. He senses things in people, and I've never known him to be wrong.
It seems in watching you guys, he's kind of made you a deeper person.
Absolutely. He's a seer, and he can definitely see when I'm not being honest or covering something up and call me on it.
It's so cute. I love watching you guys because, and I know you're technically newlyweds. You've been married for what now? Are you going on 2 years, or did you just pass 2 years?
Going on 2 years, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and just to watch you two interact is pretty cool. I mean, you can tell that it's genuine love and respect for one another.
Yeah.
You can just see it with you guys.
For sure, yeah. I just feel really honored to get to be not only his wife, but his soulmate and his constant companion. I mean, he's the most exciting of men and the most intelligent, brainy person I think I've ever run across, and an extremely spiritual person, too.
It's funny because you've done so much in your life, and now you're with Dean, and it sort of seems like in this case, and you hear in a lot of cases, sometimes the best things in life are worth waiting for. You didn't even know they were there.
Right, yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
All right, let's switch it up a little bit, Ann. Tell me something that people wouldn't know about you because, you know, you're Ann Wilson and you're the badass rocker. What would people be surprised to hear about Ann Wilson?
Well, I think people might be surprised to know that I'm really very shy, and I have a much easier time communicating on stage than I do in real life with people. I'm so much in my head that I sometimes, the voices inside my head get so loud and present that I just stay there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Dean and I get along so well, because he's the same way, and we can hear what each other's thoughts are. But then when I get on stage, I feel like that's a real strong connection that I can really relate to and I can get out in the sun with.
Which is so funny because so many people have the opposite thing happen. They're great one-on-one, and they get on stage and they clam up.
Yeah. Getting up on stage, like public speaking, is really scary at first.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, oh, what if I screw up?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, my God. But then if you think, what's the worst that could possibly happen? And the worst is, well, I could screw up. And then you screw up one time and people love it. Then you see it isn't such a tragedy.
You know why? Because they see you as real when you screw up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They can relate to you. They screw up too. And then they all of a sudden go, well, oh my gosh, Ann Wilson screws up too. She's just like me.
Yeah.
It's Ann Wilson of Heart doing the Ann Wilson of Heart tour Friday night, March 10th, the UC Berkeley Theater. Ann, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'm really, really excited about the show Friday night.
Oh, yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. And thank you very much. And we'll see you.
See you at the show, girl. Bye.
Bye.